Hello, Professor Dale and classmates. I'm here today to talk to you about the Labrador Retriever breed. The Labrador Retriever is one of the most sought-after breeds in the world, with the highest rankings in Australia, Canada, Israel, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Labrador Retrievers are gentle and intelligent. They make exceptional service animals and law enforcement dogs due to their loyalty and trainability. According to the American Kennel Club, in 2011, the Labrador Retriever, or Lab as they're more affectionately called, was number 1 in the United States, followed closely by the German Shepherd and the Beagle. This makes this the 19th year in a row that the Labrador Retriever has topped this list. Today, I will introduce you to the Labrador Retriever and their history, the general appearances and characteristics, and why this continues to make them a desired companion. We will first learn about the Labrador Retriever and how it evolved into the game dog that we know today. The Labrador Retriever can originate back to Newfoundland in the 16th century. In the 16th century in Newfoundland, fishing was a popular trade. The fishermen used a dog to pull lines between boats, tow dories, and pull in fish nets. This dog was called the St. John's Water Dog. This is a prototype of many Labrador Retrievers and other retrievers. It is also the ancestor of the Newfoundland breed. The St. John's Water Dog is a product of breeding English, Irish, and Portuguese working dogs. In 1820, the St. John's Water Dog was brought to the Poole area of England along with the fishing trade. This area became known as the hub of the Newfoundland fishing industry. It's a good thing they were brought to England during this time because around this time in Newfoundland, there were quarantines and dog tax, which caused many of the dogs to die off. The quarantine was due to a rabies outbreak, and the sales tax was due to an increase in attempt to sheep raising. The reputation of the St. John's Water Dog preceded itself, however, in England. The Earl of Malmesbury saw these dogs working in the water and recognized their potential. He demanded they be imported into England, where he began working to develop and stabilize the breed. The breed that he came up with is what we consider the modern-day Labrador. At this point, we had to come up with a name to distinguish between the other labs of this region. He named it after the Labrador, which is the region in England where he was producing them. According to the American Kennel Club, the labs can be dated back to 1878. This is how long they can date their pedigree back. In 1917, the lab was first recognized by the American Kennel Club. It was placed in the sporting group category along with various spaniels, retrievers, and pointers. According to the Labrador Retriever Club, a branch of the American Kennel Club, they say there are 2 variations of the Labrador Retriever. The American Lab, which is the working lab, it is more streamlined and it has lighter fur. There is also the English Labrador, which is considered the show dog. They are blockier and their fur is thicker and more voluptuous. Now that we know a little bit about the lab's history, we can begin to learn about the characteristics that many people feel make it a lovable animal. Labrador Retrievers are a strong athletic breed. They are medium to large sized according to the American Kennel Club. Typically, Labrador Retrievers weigh anywhere between 60 and 80 pounds. Usually they are 1.5 to 2.5 feet tall. The Labrador Retriever has a short, dense, weather-resistant coat. They also have an otter tail which acts as a rudder and propels them through the water. Labrador Retrievers have strong, webbed feet, which helps them in swimming. It also helps during the winter time when walking in the snow. It prevents the snow from balling up in their feet. All of these things help make them a better swimmer, which is what they're originally bred to do. Labrador Retrievers are also known for a moderate stop or bump on the back of the skull. Their pendant-shaped ears, kind eyes, expressive character, and intelligence. There are 3 acceptable colorings according to the American Kennel Club: chocolate, black, and yellow, with various shadings in between. Any color can occur in a litter, so there may be black, yellow, and chocolate in the same litter, or they may have a litter of all the same color, much like a blonde and a brunette can come from the same mother. Shore Labs are adorable and have great characteristics, but it's important to know that they're not for everyone. It's important to understand the needs of yourself and the dog before deciding if a breed is right for you. We will first examine the Labrador's temperament. According to the American Kennel Club, Labradors have a kind, pleasant, and outgoing temperament. They also have a tractable nature. This means that with their incredible sense of smell, they can hone in on almost any scent and follow it to its origin. They usually stay on this scent until they find it or they lose its trail. Because of this trait, they are desirable detection dogs for the navies, military forces, and police forces to track down smugglers, thieves, and black marketers. Labrador retrievers love to have things in their mouths and hold things with their paws. They do this with extreme gentleness. They have such great control over their jaw muscles, they've actually been known to carry a raw egg in their mouth without cracking it. On the other side of things, Labrador Retriever can be quite destructive if left to their own devices. Roaming, chewing, digging. This is because they need mental and physical stimulation. If not given, they will seek out entertainment of their own, and typically it's with their mouths. However, Labrador Retrievers are usually very trainable, but because of their excitement and eagerness to please, it can sometimes be a task. The owner must be considered the pack master by the dog and give the dog boundaries and discipline when needed. Labrador Retrievers may also be reserved or outgoing around strangers. This makes them a good watchdog, but not necessarily a good guard dog, as they would let you know when strangers are around. Labrador Retrievers are also known for their separation anxiety, as they have been evolved to be around socialization. When left for hours on end, they sometimes become depressed and again will seek out destructive behaviors to entertain themselves. The Labrador Retriever also matures slowly compared to other dogs. They will act with great energy until they are about 7 or 8, and at this point they will begin to mellow out. The Labrador Retriever usually lives between 10 and 12 years. We will now talk about Labrador exercise. As the Labrador is a working dog, they love to work and play hard. They do well with a lot of space. However, that doesn't mean that you can't live in an area where there's not a lot of space. It just means that you need to take a little extra time out of your day to take them for daily walks, jogs, or hikes to keep them healthy and active. As we have seen, Labradors have proven throughout history to be very social animals and hard workers. They are very family-oriented and will do anything to please. They need a lot of mental and physical stimulation, but if they are given, they could be a good choice for a pet for you. I hope that you learned something interesting today, and I hope that you enjoyed my little speech about Labrador Retrievers. Thank you.